Hello there, my little cupcakes. Welcome back to a stream of the amazing digital dating. In the last episode, we completed day 2, and we'll pick up right where we left off last time. We are on the Jax route still. So, yeah, again, yes. I will be back, but when I come back, I'll understand. Okay. See you in a bit. I wake up to my usual alarm and get ready for the day. It takes a little longer than usual. I didn't sleep well last night. I couldn't stop thinking about what Jack said yesterday. I brush my teeth and put on my uniform. To my surprise, I hear a knock at the door. Who could it possibly be? I think for a few moments about who it could be before deciding to just open it and remove the mystery. It's Jax, isn't it? To my surprise, it's Jax. Of course it's Jax. He leans on the doorframe, grinning at his usual confident grin. Rise and shine, Shadow, ready to head out? I'm a little flustered as I try to find my words, finishing pulling on my uniform. You mean putting on, right? I don't know. And suddenly very concerned about making sure everything is neat and covered. Yeah, I was just gonna try and pick something up to eat real quick before class. I don't want to be late again. Jax rolls his eyes. Why? It was so funny yesterday. He's still wearing that same confident grin. I giggle awkwardly. Yeah, but I don't want to make it a habit of being late. I turn and lock my door while Jax waits for me. Once I'm sure the door is locked up, we start walking to school together. The fall air is cool against me. I shiver again. You're right, these uniforms do suck. Jax nods. Yep. When Ken designed the school, it was early spring. Then the seasons just kept going and we couldn't convince him to make us new uniforms. Said to put it in the suggestion box. And I guess he forgot to put one up because we never found one. Bruh. We ended up having to just ditch the blazers for the summer. But you can't do anything about the cold. He shivers, rubbing his arms, his breath visible on the autumn air. I lean a little close and Jax doesn't stop me. He doesn't acknowledge the shade warmth, but honestly, not being kept at arm's length feels like progress. Damn, okay. Until we enter the school, and he moves in front of me, keeping a safe distance between us as we walk into the school. You getting breakfast or heading to homeroom then, new kid? I'm gonna grab something real quick. Alright, I'm not hungry, but I don't really care about being late either. I'll wait outside the cafeteria, I guess. I nod, smiling to myself. I duck into the cafeteria. All of the lines were crowded. I know Jack said he would wait, but I don't want to test his patience. There's a wicker basket of granola bars with a note card in front saying, Student Health Week, take 1. Sounds stupid. I snag one from the basket before turning back to the cafeteria entrance. Who likes granola bars? Those suck. Oh well. You get something? I look down at my humble granola bar. Yup. Good. Let's get going. We ascend the main stairwell, entering homeroom at an appropriate time today. Okay. I munch on the granola while I take my seat. Jax takes the desk behind me. Huh? I turn to look at Jax. You're sitting behind me today? Jax flashes me a grin. You're so observant today, Shadow. He rolls his eyes. What's the problem? Don't trust me? I turn to face the front of class as Mr. Kinger starts his lecture on English. I can't help but feel a little nervous, periodically reaching behind my neck to feel for any gum or something. I guess I still don't trust Jax. Once I finally manage to focus on class, I feel somebody poking my elbow. Looking down, I see a small folded up piece of paper being passed to me from behind. Must be by Jax. I give him a confused look before taking it as discreetly as possible. Oh my god. Unfolding the paper reveals a crudely drawn sketch of Mr. Kinger, a speech bubble of his head that reads blah 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 blah, I'm so boring. I stifle a chuckle, adding my own contribution. I've never been very good at art, but I do my best to draw Ragatha. Killjoy. That's true though. She comes out looking pretty botched. I draw her nose all wrong and end up shading it in black. Her hair looks like a bunch of rectangles exploding out of her head, and I get which side of the button is on wrong. But I hope it gets the point across. I add an arrow with the words Killjoy. Just before I hand it back, I add another arrow with the word boring written on it. I pass the note back and Jax quickly swipes it from me. I hear him let out a small exhale through his nose before the sound of his pencil scratching again. Damn, bro. He takes some time before passing the note back. Incoming! Damn, yes! Yes! Isekai, both of them. It reminds me of this one this meme like driving in my car after a beer. Hey, that bump is shaped like a deer. You get the gist of which one I mean, right? I opened the note to see what he was working on. This time, there's a sketch of him in a large truck heading for the previously drawn sketches. There's a speech bubble incoming from the truck saying incoming. There's also a small pretty much right he added by my sketch. Where I don't see that. Ah, here, done here. Alright. Not sure if that's a compliment or not. I saw my own contribution when Mr. Kinger walks by my desk. Do you have your homework, Shadow? I try to cover up the sketches, but Mr. Kinger sees the paper and quickly snatches it up. This isn't the homework. He eyes it for a moment. Wow, Shadow, you're a pretty good artist. Except your Ragatha could use some work. Huh? Mr. Kinger continues taking up the homework and the sketches along with him. Crisis averted? Shoot. I shoot a relieved look at Jax, who's covering his mouth trying to hide an amused smirk. Rare. Before we can be questioned about it anymore, the lunch bell rings. Hooray! Crisis averted. I follow Jax out to the nearby stairwell. Well, that was close. Thank God Mr. Kinger doesn't seem to have all his marbles. I chuckle. Yeah, our teacher has a few screws loose. He traces a circle around his temple as he bobs his head from side to side before continuing. Anyway, listen up, Shadow. I have a really good prank idea for today. I poke up. Oh yeah? Jax reaches into his blazer pocket and pulls out a little red bottle. I managed to get my hands on the Satan's butthole ghost pepper sauce. No way! You did not. What are you planning on doing to it? Are you gonna poison people's food with it? Even a few drops of this is supposed to make you taste nothing but fire for a week. Whoa. Where did you get something like that? eBay. Duh. I reach for the vial instinctively. Jax pulls it back, holding it far above my head. Wasn't easy to get the Shadow. He tucks it back into an interior pocket of his blazer. Besides, guess what today is? Wednesday? It's mystery meat day at the cafeteria. Just a few drops of this little guy in the pot and everyone's mouth will be on fire. Come on. This should be good. He beckons me to follow and I do so without question. Oh, this is gonna be good. We head for the cafeteria but stop in our tracks. The heck are these people doing? Looks like everyone decided to work on their culture fair projects in the cafeteria today. A few tables have been cleared where Gangle and Zubel work on a large paper mache sculpture. I'm okay. Pomni sits at a nearby table reading a few thick books from the library and taking notes. Probably still trying to figure out what a culture fair is. Ragatha looks like she is putting together a stall from pieces of wood and nails. Interesting. Looks like everyone is in there. Jax shakes his head, grinning even wider. This is perfect! I bet they're all going to eat here together too. We just need to find a way to discreetly slip into the kitchen. Even as we cast a glance around in wide open view, all of our classmates are so engrossed in their own projects that they don't even notice us. Nice. I whistle subtly. We could probably just walk right in. Jax shrugs. With the shot. Jax and I walk up as casually as possible to the kitchen door. He opens it a crack before ushering me in. Alright. That was surprisingly easy. Whoa. Is that? I can barely get the words out. The mystery meat vat! Terrible, isn't it? He says with a grin. Oh yeah, baby. And it comes out of a hose? His face deadens in abject dread at the implications of that. Oh shit. I break the awkward silence that falls between us. That sure is a lot of meat. Jax shakes the dread off as he returns to his normal grin. Alright, help me find out how to get in there. Jax's gloved hands scrabble over the sealed vat for any type of opening. I stand there just sort of watching for a few more minutes. Sort of watching for a few minutes as Jax tries and fails to find the opening he's looking for. What the? There's gotta be a valve or something. He grunts as he tries to pry at a door on the side that has been welded shut. How do you open this thing? Maybe there's a pressure relief valve or some kind of button opens it? I look around the tank, underneath finding some buttons and a lever. Hey! Buttons! Jax pushes me aside to access the hidden panel. Let me see that. He stares at the panel for a few moments. Look at his face. Lol. Jax starts pushing random buttons. Are you sure that's a good idea? Metallic whirring sound begins as the tank controls seem to come to life. The hose begins to croak and whip around as a thick, brown, sludgy stream of mystery meat comes flowing out. Uh-oh! Turn it off! I scream, panicking as the sludge begins to flow towards us. Right! He tries another button. Oh shit! The hose begins to whip around like a snake in its final moments. Molten meat sludge spraying all over the room at higher volume than before. Oh no. Please stop hitting random buttons! I tuck my head under my arms as I duck. We gotta get out of here! Jeez. Jax and I rush for the door, dodging jets of hot meat juice while we make our desperate escape. We burst out of the door like a bat out of hell. The hose has a mind of its own, the nozzle wedging between the door and the frame, oscillating up and down like it's a living creature. Wild mystery meat spews from its nozzle in a spiteful deluge of heated horror, coating the guilty and innocent alike in terrible meaty sludge. Holy shit. Oh no, it's so escalating. It's definitely escalating. The sludge flies across Pomni in a box. A thick puddle begins to form on the once pristine table where Zubo and Gangle left their art. A thick jet of meat slams into the ladder Gangle was standing on. The velocity and force behind the god of meat knocks the ladder over, promptly sending the ribbon character to the ground. No, not Gangle! She lets out a little yelp, her comedy mass shattering in impact with the ground. No! Ragatha is standing behind her stall, which proves to be poor cover as a pressurized spray of meat knocks the stall over and pins her underneath it. Oh no! Everyone is made. Everything is meat. The entire interior of the cafeteria has been painted by the vile concoction brewing in that vat. Eventually, with a wheezing hiss, the last of the vat's contents are exhausted, now lying across everything in my field of vision. Jeez! A terrible silence settles over the cafeteria in the wake of the chaos, the entire place looking the scene of some gross crime. A silence that is eventually broken by the appearance of Principal Caine, who floats above the bubbling sludge. Okay. Whoa! Clean up on all you! He says as he surveys the scene. Mystery Meat Day's ruined! Mystery Meat Day? What about the entire culture fair? Our projects are completely covered in meat juice! Oh no, that too! Who could be behind this targeted attack on a school festival? Who do you think? Zubo crosses their arms and glazes Jack's eye. To our credit, we are also covered in meat. Listen, we can explain. This wasn't supposed to happen. Jax wheels on me as everyone else begins to glare. Yeah, Shadow. What were you thinking, ruining everyone's culture fair projects with meat? You're sick. What? What? I'm very disappointed in you, Shadow. I expected better. Principal Caine turns his back on me, shaking his head as he surveys the cafeteria again. Disciplinary action is the only way I can try to correct this little behavioral hiccup. Wait! Before I continue, Principal Caine snaps his fingers and we're transported into his office. Oh shit. Now wait here while I prepare your disciplinary action. Damn, bruv! He disappears behind the desk for a moment before a massive red slug creature with yellow polka dots slides in, ringing the bell on his desk. No, it's not the glowing queen. It is the glowing queen. Oh shit, man. A bunch of small geometric-shaped creatures with eyes and mouths bounce around and outside the office. The glowings are here too. Okay. Oh. I'm here to enroll my Glorix in classes of 500 of them. Damn, 500, jeez, okay. Caine appears from behind the desk, his eyes wide. Whoa! Enrolling 500 Gloinks into classes. It's gonna take a while. Bobo, cancel all my meetings for the rest of the day. On it, boss. Lol. He looks a little down as he continues. And cancel my 3 p.m. massage therapy appointment. He turns to face me. Wait here, Shadow. Caine motions to the giant slug creature. Follow me! This way, your glunkiness! He leads the massive slug thing into a back office. Wait, what about my... I try to protest, but it's too late. Little geometric shapes bounce around the office now, knocking things down and making general chaos. I wait there, realizing now that since Jax and I had pulled a prank, I hadn't really gotten to eat anything. My stomach growls. I think about ditching, but Bubble hasn't stopped staring at me since I sat down. Geez, okay. Stalk her much? I'm nervous about what will happen if I try to leave. The time crawls by minute by agonizing minute. I missed my first afternoon class, then my second. I start to question if the clock is working right or if the time really is passing at this sluggish of pace. As the clock ticks down, the last bell for the day rings. I've been sitting for hours. Clothes continue to bounce off of me and around me, sometimes sticking to my clothes, so I have to pluck them off. Kinda pisses me off. Hell, can't be much worse than this. Alright, thanks for stopping by. We'll be seeing all your precious glowings in class. I hope not my class. Oh wait, I hope not my class. Bye now. Finally the glowings all gather around the mother who carries them out. Oh, sorry. Finally the glowings all gather around the mother who carries them out with her in a sort of organized mess. I'm okay. Kane turns to me with a stern face, or as stern as a pair of eyes set to a set of toy teeth can look at least. Alright, Shadow. Come to my office. Immediately. I step into Principal Kane's office and sit down. For your disciplinary action, I wait with bated breath. You'll get a written warning. And I'd like you to help your classmates fix up the projects you destroy tomorrow. Sound good? I waited hours for that? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, off you go then. He made it sound so much more scarier here, jeez. Oh yeah. We just got a written note and I have to help fix up the shit out of the story. Okay. Alright. So I walk out of the school finally after a long day of sitting in Kane's office. I'm tired. I'm also very tired. I had a lot to do today. I'm hungry. I'm starved practically. I prepared to walk myself back to my dorm alone. My other classmates definitely don't want to see me right now. As I approach the exit of the school, I see a familiar and lanky figure waiting at the entrance. Jax? I'm shocked. The purple rabbit is standing there, menacingly. No, I'm joking. How long has he been waiting there? Was he waiting for me? He tilts his head and grins at me. Well, took you long enough. I guess I got pretty messy back there. Didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. But it was still pretty funny though. You should have seen everyone's faces. Yeah, I freaking loved it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Ha! See? I knew you wouldn't be mad. You're cool. I know. Rabbit smirks. He seems kind of relieved at that. Ready to head back? Totes. We head back to the dorms. I'm just happy that me and Jax are so cordial after everything. Even though my stomach growls from not eating all day. When I get to my dorm, I feel a bit lightheaded. Maybe I should go to the lounge to get something to eat? That's what my brain says, but my body is tired from the day's events. And I opt to just lay in my bed. My stomach is still churning from a near miss earlier anyways. Can't believe I almost stood up to Jax. There's no way that... What? There's no way that would have ended well. Alright. I wake up to my alarm. I thought I had just rested my eyes for a second. Did I really sleep through the entire night? My stomach rumbles loudly as I try to stand unsteady... What? As I try to stand unsteady feet. Not on my... Where's the on my? Whatever. Did I forget to eat last night? Oh, I'm starving. I definitely have to pick up breakfast on the way in today. I put on my uniform and head out. Jack's waiting for me by his door. From another store. Okay, let me just save this real quick. I just need the toilet. I'll be right back. And I have returned to my seat. Let's continue. Jax is waiting for me by his door. Hey, new kid, you ready for some wicked pranks today? I think I came up with a really good one to pull on Gangle. Oh, actually, Kane told me I have to help fix all the culture fair damage I did yesterday. Was part of my, disciplinary action. What? Boo! That's lame. We're not doing that. But Kane wouldn't even notice you didn't do it. Trust me, he has the attention span of a squirrel. I guess you're right. Come on, don't wanna be late. We're trying to stay off of Kane's radar today. He smirks at me before walking ahead. By the time I stumble into homeroom, the bell is already ringing. I take my seat. My stomach grumbles loudly. I didn't get to pick up any breakfast. Well, that sucks. But it's fine. I can make it until lunch. Probably. By the time lunch does roll around, I feel lightheaded and weak. I try to keep pace with Jax, but my hunger makes me sort of loopy and slow. I trip over my own feet a few times trying to keep pace with the purple rabbit. Alright, so I have a really good idea. We have to find Gangle and make sure Zubo isn't playing bodyguard. I try to pay attention to what he's saying, but it feels like slow motion. I'm going to need you to lure Gangle to the top of the stairs. That's the last thing I hear before my vision blurs and the lights go out. I come to in what seems to be a nurse's office. Did I pass out? Wakey, wakey, Shadow. Principal Kane? What happened? You collapsed in the hallway due to low blood sugar. Didn't know that could happen, but with your unique situation. I brush off the comment. What is he talking about? Where's Jax? Ow! I grab my head and feel a tinge of pain. Steady, Shadow. You had a pretty big pretzel out there. Ouch, I really feel it now. Ken laughs manically. It was a whole thing. You tumbled over the side of the stairs and landed on the ground floor. Lucky you, someone scraped you off the floor and brought you back here. Am I okay to go back to classes now? I still have to help everyone get the stuff fixed for the culture fair. Well, I have good news for you. Kane smiles, twiddling his cane in his hands. You see, Shadow, the culture fair has to be cancelled. What? Yup. He paces back and forth. We lost way too much progress on Wednesday. And then yesterday, Gang also had to make a nurse visit, tripped right down the stairwell. 2 stair accidents in one day. Damn. Not good for our image. He pauses a moment, shaking his head before resuming his pacing. With you and Yang Art Commission, we couldn't recover our losses, so the culture phase will bust. Dang, well that sucks. As he says this, he throws up his hands and a bunch of playing cards explode out from them before fluttering to the ground. You gonna clean it up? He looks at me. I look back and Kane blinks a few moments before remembering, face palming as he says, "Whoops, that's right, head injury." He snaps his fingers and the playing cards disappear. Wait, which day did Gang fall? What day is today? I say, panic edging its way into my voice despite my attempts to keep calm. Friday! Friday? I was out an entire day? Yep, I was worried we lost you, but then I remembered that can't really happen. Kane continues, but I just sit shocked at the revelation. Did Jax at least come and visit me? Who? Oh, no. Oh. Nobody visited you. We sit in an awkward silence. He fidgets with his cane before resuming the conversation. Well, since you brought up Jax, what about Jax? I say, eager for news about my friend. You see, Shadow, you were an NPC. What? One I designed to help Jax learn to get along with his classmates. Maybe even open up in time for the culture fair. But well, it looks like everything went right out the window. As he says this, he makes an exaggerated tossing motion and a nearby window flies open. Lol. Outside, the sound of breaking glass can be heard, even though I'm pretty sure his hands were empty. Oh my god. Comedy. Love it. Unfortunately, that kind of leaves you in an unfortunate position. You really won't be much of use anymore. Kane shrugs. Well, looks like he pulled you more to his side than anything. He's so persuasive, the noble scamp. But that means we'll have to go back to the drawing board. I'm okay. Did I hit my head harder than I thought? What is he talking about? Why is everything going fuzzy again? An NPC? What does that mean? Don't worry, this won't hurt a bit, Shadow. In fact, you'll actually be feeling nothing soon. Wait, what? I barely have time to even comprehend what Kane says to me. As my consciousness suddenly feels like it's pulled from my body and all I can hear are echoes from Kane. I'm sure we'll get it next time. Game over, what? Heh. Nani? Okay, what's my... Oh. I see. Where did I go wrong? Okay, let me... I should have made more than just one save file. Oh well. Skip. Skip. The bunny. Keep quiet, see what happens. Skip. Yeah, it was hilarious. Skip. Pomni and Jax. Skip. Jax is right. Skip. Trying to get lunch together. Skip. Put it in the locker. did this on my own. See doll face? Nuki wanted me to bring me breakfast. I don't, that isn't, I mean, Agatha turns to me. Trying to be late to class, please. Whatever. She looks hurt by my response, but Jack's smiling. Jack pats the seat next to him, discreetly taking my breakfast from me. After a few minutes, Agatha spots Jack's eating the omelette and wheels on us. See? She raises a hand. King and Shadow said they brought lunch for himself, but Jax is eating it. Who's eating Jax? Oh my god. He seems generally panicked by the prospect. Jax is eating. I mean, Shadow brought breakfast, and now Jax is. As the king turns around, Shadow isn't eating Jax, Ragtha. Everything is fine. He gives her a reassuring smile. Oh my god. Ragtha splutters for a few moments before sulking, burying her face in her arms as she leans forward on the desk. Never mind, I give up. She groans into her arms. Jack's nourishes conspiratorial grin. Let's go. Lunch bell rings, the missing class. I make my way to the lunchroom. Okay. I'm exiting the lunchroom with my tray and I spot Jax. He's eyeing Gangle like a lion. Okay, skip. Jax was walking around when Zubul attacked him with the shop vac. Yeah. I was stuck in that. Like day 2, skip. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Skip. Game over? Are you serious? What am I doing wrong? Maybe I can find help online. Dating simulator. Correct. Answers. Projects. Nope. Maybe it's the last one I fucked up. I was probably supposed to say it wasn't funny. Okay, let me try that again. Let me try that again. It's probably that last answer that kicked me off. Skip. 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 Library. Skip. Jack. Skip. First option. Skip. Put centipede in locker. Skip. Skip. This one. Skip. Okay, save. Wasn't funny, Jax. Okay. Oh, come on, don't be so lame. No, I'm not being lame. Or boring, or whatever else you want to call me. We messed up everyone's Culture Fair projects that they've been working on all week. The words come spilling out before I can stop them, but I can't honestly say I disagree with anything I'm saying, or even that it doesn't deserve to be said. Jax rolls his eyes and crosses his arms as I offer my heartfelt rebuke of our actions. Jeez, I didn't think you cared about that stupid festival. He gives me a look of utter ridicule. Maybe I don't. But they clearly do. I curl to myself. Now they probably hate me. The tears flow as freely as my words. Are you kidding me? Now I'm crying? Jeez, bro. I spent hours in the office, missing lunch, missing my classes, and on top of it all, you just let me take the blame for it all. I could deal with everyone hating me, but I at least thought you would be there for me. Jack's grin curls into a frown of disgust, but I can't stop. I don't know if I care. You weren't there for me. There for you? His voice is venom, bearing down on me with cold, condescending anger. What do you think this is? You think I'm just gonna swoop in and save you every time you need it? He wipes his hands off on his uniform as his expression turns to one of neutrality. You wanted to pull that prank just as much as me. He turns away from me before letting out a short, manic laugh. You went along with every little thing I told you to do until now. Now you want to care what everyone thinks of you? He turns away from me before leaning back down to my level, gazing into my eyes with manic anger. His own voice seems to pitch up as he gets in my face, his pupils dilating to small black squares. Nobody here has ever liked you. He sweeps an arm across his chest. I have to stumble back to avoid being pushed back. You spend every moment here tormenting them with me. He points to his face, where a manic grin now matches his eyes and tones. Now you want to pretend you have a moral compass. He leans back and gets out a hollow laugh. That might be the only funny thing you did that I didn't tell you to do. I sit there in stunned silence. Even as I hold back more tears, I have to admit he's right too. I spent the past 2 days with him pranking people. I thought we were having fun, but today we took it too far. I can't even stand to look at Jax. I turn away, half mumbling my words. I thought you were my friend. Oh my god, his eyes. Jax's manic grin falls away from his face as his mouth narrows, his pupils go wide. Somehow this is even scarier than the manic rage I was facing moments ago. No, he says plainly. No? It can't mean that. I push him for a different response. I'm not your friend. My chest goes tight. Why would he say that? How could he say that? After everything that's happened between us. Feels like I'm talking to a different person. Oh, save? I shall deny his words. I know you don't really mean that. Oh my god, listen newbie, and listen closely. We aren't friends. He stretches out each word before returning to signature smile, taking a few deep breaths. We were never friends. I was just having a little fun. Clearly you got the wrong impression. Why would you say that? I'm on the verge of tears again. Jeez, you're such a crybaby in-game person. I thought we were getting close. Jax scoffs. Getting close? Aren't you that... are you that deluded, new kid? Then why would you wait for me before school and text me at night and sit by me in class? It's my turn to be angry. You chose to help me last night. Why would you do all that if you didn't care? Jack shrugs neutrally. You're reading too much into it. I can't even look at him as tears blur my vision. Our shoulders bump as I run past him. Everything about this moment hurts. Every emotion feels like a jagged edge. But it's like Jack says, I must be deluded. Deluded to think we were friends. I was alone this entire time. When others reached out to me or offered me respite, I turned them away. I hear others whispering or casting worried looks my way as I get back to the dorm. I open my stupid plain door to my stupid plain room and throw myself on the bed. When I finish crying and begin regaining my senses, my first thing I notice is how hungry I am. I load up DoorDash to see that the only open restaurant is some fast food place called Spudsies. Oh my god. They put Spudsies in here, let's go. I load up their menu. Looks like all they have available is something called this stupid burger. What the hell is that? Sounds kind of weird. We should save that. Order stupid burger. It's really my only choice for food at the moment. My stomach rumbles to remind me of how badly I need something to eat. Whatever it is, I just ordered it. I await the delivery as my stomach grumbles even louder. It takes surprisingly little time for it to get to my room. There's a knock at the door. Oh my god, it's the disappearing guy. Let's go. Let's go. He works for Spudsies now. Best shit. Best shit ever. I open it to my delivery guy. A red mannequin-looking character holds my food in his hand. Order for... Oh, freaking love this dude. He's gone. I stumble forward, catching my food moments before it splats against the ground and makes eating that much messier. That was strange. Still, at this point, I'm learning to simply not question the way things work at the school. But this disappearing guy is a vibe, yo. I don't know why they put him in this game. This is so good. I go back to my dorm and unwrap the burger. There's a weird pink sauce dripping from the patty. That's the stupid sauce. That is the stupid sauce. Huh? That must be what makes it stupid, I guess. My stomach rumbles again to remind me that I'm too ravenous to even think about another decision. I take a big bite out of the burger. Another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Before I know it, I've completely eaten it up. I attempt to get up, then suddenly, the room starts spinning, and stretching, and just sort of moving, and... This is weird. Everything's so funny. The room is funny. My bed is funny. Wow, that was a really, really good burger. I suddenly hear another knock at the door. 1 second. I shout a little louder than I mean to. I try to regain my balance and pick myself up off the floor. But it's no fair because the room is still spinning. Come on, room, stop spinning. Another knock at the door. Ah, fuck it, let yourself in. I'm not closer to the door and the room isn't slowing down anytime soon. Lying down on the cool, welcoming floor seems like the right move. Luckily, I must have forgotten to lock up after getting my food because my favorite bunny walks into the room. Yikes! Wait, weren't we not friends? He regards me with his skeptically raised eyebrow. Are bunnies supposed to have eyebrows? He sighs. Child, what the heck have you gotten into? He's so tall I barely came up to his ankle. Or is that because I'm on the ground? Oh my god. We're so high. Tall bunny alert, tall bunny spotted. I laugh. You get tall or something? I tilt my head to the side to get a better look at him. He looks annoyed but concerned. Am I Jack's boy worried about me? Sit up, are you drunk or something? Drunk? No way, you're drunk, you. The words don't come. Jax gets down to my level to sit me against my bed, but I push him away, laughing. Would you just... He struggles to get a good hold on me. Sit down! Even as he manages to force me into an upright sitting position, my hands fell out, pushing his face away from me. No! I shout, pulling for a moment before I try to crawl away. Jeez. You're drunk and mean. Jack sighs and stands back up, giving up for the moment. What am I even doing here? He mutters under his breath, but I can hear him. Then he speaks up. I brought you food! Since you missed lunch! He emphasizes the last word of each sentence, pointing in an exaggerated way to the bag in his hand. He shakes his head as I keep lolling my head from side to side, fascinated by whatever he's trying to do. Whatever happened? You're too messed up to even eat, right? He folds his arms and turns away from me. But I have a real... Fuck, come on. Hold on. I need some water. But I have a real truth bomb ready for this mean bunny. But you don't want to be my friend though. The last word comes out as a mix of other words, but I'm trying to be serious as I stumble over my own words. You hate me! I emphasize the word hate, putting as much of my fleeting breath behind it. I empathize the word hate, putting as much of my fleeting breath behind it as I can muster. Whatever was in the burger is wearing off enough for me to stumble onto my unsteady feet. Jax is impressed that I managed to stand up, but doesn't acknowledge the huge truth bomb I just dropped. I try to take a step forward, my knee wobbles dangerously and I almost fall over again. Careful! He flinches, almost reaching out to catch me. But I catch myself. What the heck is up with you, Shadow? You're going to hurt yourself. Just sit down. He shouts at me urgently. But I'm too deep into telling it like it is to let him distract me. Say it! Say you hate me! I swing useless floppy hands at his cartoon rabbit face. He doesn't even have to try to dodge a single one. Lol. Hey, watch it! He catches my wrist in his hands. Will you stop that already? He tightens his grip, making me his captive. Listen to me right now, Shadow. He manages through heavy breaths. We are going to move you to the bed. You're going to sit down, and then you're going to go to sleep. He didn't say he hated me though. So you don't hate me? Again, my words start merging inside my clumsy mouth, but the meaning is there. My anger subsides as I look into his beautiful yellow eyes. Oh my god. Okay, jeez. It's the writing of this game. You love me, don't you? I inch closer to his face. Jax blushes furiously. What are you talking about? He shouts at me. Oh my god. Let me just save this. Look away. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misread the situation. So he did come all the way here to give me food. There's no way he hates me. Our relationship is so confusing. I feel hot and lightheaded. Then I trail off, almost forgetting the rest of the thought. What do you feel about me? I managed to stutter out. My body collapses under the weight of stupid sauce and tiredness as I flare gracefully through the air. His arms catch me and lower me softly to my bed. Day 3 complete. Jeez. I wake up in my bed the next morning. The covers over me as if nothing happened last night. Did anything happen last night? My memory's all fuzzy. I ate a burger and then Jax was there. Jax? I sit up straight in my bed and do a quick scan of my room, but it's completely empty. Could it just be a dream? I notice a bag on my desk. Food? I guess some of it wasn't a dream. I racked my fuzzy mind to try and remember what happened. I come up empty-handed. I have to get ready for school anyway. I stumble out of bed. My head throbs with pain. This is not my finest moment. I managed to get dressed in my uniform and grab my things before stumbling out the door. Approaching the school, it seems like every other student is coupled up with another one, chatting away as they head to class for the day. I look for Jax to no avail. What would I even do if I saw him, talk to him and pretend nothing happened? I can't ignore the thoughts swimming around in my head, keeping me too distracted to pay any real attention in class. For his part, Jax is a no-show this morning. For the next activity from phone pays, Mr. King says, then his eyes catch me in my isolated corner in the empty seat next to me where Jax should be. Oh, it looks like we're missing a student. It's like a spotlight is focused on me, all eyes focus on me and my humiliating solitude. I feel like I'm going to cry and then... It's Pomni. Hey Shadow! Want to join me in Ragatha's group? Her smile is awkward but friendly. I almost want to lash out at her, say something like being alone is better than being with a lame-o like you. But I'm too miserable to really put that into words, and her kindness is genuine. Come on, Shadow, you can sit next to us. And even Ragatha gives me a shy smile. I shuffle over, leaving my dignity behind me. Hey guys. There's a few moments of awkward silence. Gah! Feel like the worst person in the world for ruining the projects. Hey Shadow, how you doing? You seem kind of off today. She trails off, giving me another awkward smile. Oh, sorry. Did something happen between you and Jax? Ragatha shoots her a look. Pomni! Then she fixes me with a gentle look. Did something happen though? I roll my eyes and swallow my sadness. That obvious? So maybe it's time to get this off my chest. We got in a huge argument yesterday over that prank we pulled. I still feel really bad about messing up everyone's projects. And then when Kane punished me, Jax just walked off. And he acted like it was messed up for me to expect him to share the blame with me. We were both upset and said a lot of things. And I just wish I hadn't told him how mad he made me. Pomni puts a hand on my arm. That's not fair to you, Shadow. You're allowed to be upset and talk about things with your friends. Ragatha nods. Jax isn't the kind of person to really talk about those kinds of feelings with. She seems to almost be speaking to herself, looking into the distance. Pomni shoots her a look before continuing. He sort of puts up walls with that kind of stuff. Why? Has he really not made any friends with anyone in the school? He used to have friends here. He did? Ragatha has my full attention. It was... She pauses a moment, rubbing her forearm. A while ago. They have Ribbit and Cosmo. Let's go. They put him in the game. Yes, let's go. Back then, we were all friends. Cartmouth and Rabbit were his closest friends, though. That really brought everyone together, but one day something happened. We, lost them, and Jax closed himself off. He took it really hard. What happened? Agatha and Pomni exchange a look before Agatha leans in, whispering under her breath. Oh, school suspension. Is that supposed to be scary or sad or something? So I guess that's why Jax is the way he is. He just doesn't want to get hurt again. I understand. At least I think I do. If it makes you feel any better, him not being here is kind of a good sign. How is him avoiding me a good sign? Well, he cared enough that he had to take some time off. Jax likes to run away from his feelings, so whatever happened, it affected him enough to skip class today. The cogs in my head start turning. Is everyone she said true? All that we did together? Getting trapped in a supply closet, pulling that prank, all the awkward pauses where it felt like we were both holding back? So something was there? So what, you think I should go after him? Pomni ponders for a moment before peering over at our teacher. Well, someone once told me, the worst thing you can do is make someone think they're not wanted or loved. She looks back at me. I think it's worth a shot to try and patch things up with him. I stand up suddenly, surprising the two girls in front of me. You're right. He needs me right now. Thanks, Pomni. I sprint out of class, even as Agatha and Pomni look unshocked. For his part, Mr. Kinga looks too confused to tell me to sit back down as I leave the classroom. Oh my god. But where could Jax be? There's no way Kane could just let him skip school. I racked my brain. I imagine you're on a wide open rooftop or wherever your happy place is. Was that his happy place? I don't have time to think of another place. Running to the rooftop. A crisp fall air blows out of the door as I push it open. And there he is. Jax is here, looking out at the view. He turns to face me. Jax, I know you don't see me as your friend, and that's okay. But I will always think of you as my friend, and just like I can't make you like me, you can't make me not like you. I call out to him. As much as you push me away and try to make me hate you, I won't do it. I'll always come back. Even if you think I'm just crazy, I'll never stop trying to be your friend. So no matter what you do or say, you won't even get rid of me, Jax. For better or worse, I'm here to stay, and you gotta deal with it. He gives me a confused look. That got kinda creepy there at the end. His characteristic smirk returns to his face. But if you're that obsessed with me, guess I'm really stuck with you. He sounds kind of relieved. He walks over to me, putting a gloved hand on the top of my head. Stalker? Oh my god. What? Oh well. He smirks down at me. I smile up at him, blushing a little. Will things go back to normal now? So, Jax. The tall purple rabbit looks at me. Yeah? I can't remember everything that happened last night. I ordered some kind of burger and you were there and nothing happened. He interrupts me, putting a gloved hand over my mouth. I managed to, despite his attempts to silence me. You ate a bad burger, he says, pulling his hand away from my mouth. Why do I remember you there? So many questions. You were just making an annoying amount of noise, so I went over to tell you to knock it off, and then he trails off looking away. Just don't order from there again, okay? Save. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Maybe not knowing is better. Well, anyway, Shadow, I got something fun for us to do on a lunch break. Oh yeah, well, about that. He looks at me, eyebrow raised. I sort of promised Principal cannot help everyone with the Culture Fair project. His eyes go wide as he scowls down at me. What? Yeah, it was part of the disciplinary action for the prank yesterday. He crossed his arms. I don't want to do that. Well, it's not like you got punished yesterday. You can just meet me after school. Jax is already shaking his head. You're seriously going to pour your heart out to me, then ditch me for those losers? Well, you could always come with me. I say, putting on my most pathetic face. Jax rolls his eyes with a sour expression. Alright, let's get it over with, so Kane gets off your back and we can have some real fun. Yay! Our first stop is probably the library. She spies us as we enter the library, making frustrated noises as she sorts among the books to recover her notes from yesterday. Pomni! She turns to face me with a tight sigh. Hey! She puts on an unconvincing happy face. What brings you two here? We're here to help. In any way we can. Sorry about the whole meat thing. Pomni turns to Jax. You're really gonna help, Jax? Jax gives me a dirty look. Yeah, whatever Shadow says. Oh my god. Well, I've been looking all day for Culture Festival books. I have no idea who organized these shelves though, or how they were organizing them. I don't even know if I can find any books after what happened yesterday. We'll find some. Least I can do after she helped me go find Jax. We all start searching for books about culture festivals. Some of us, Jax, less enthusiastically than others. One shelf is devoted to corn recipes and corn byproducts. Oh my god, no, please no. No. That's ridiculous. Jax searches the bookshelf directly behind me. You find anything? He just shakes his head. This library is so random. You know, it's... Another shelf has books with no common topic. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that the covers are blue. What? Okay. I throw my hands up in the air and groan in frustration. Ah, this could take a while. Hey, Shadow! He pulls out a thick book with the title Celebrations of Culture Festivals, Fairs and Other Occasions, smirking as he waves it in my face. What the heck was that? Jax shrugs. Between a birdwatching book called The Beginner's Guide to Vultures and a book about dry mulch law. Wow, that's so random. Oh my god, Jax, it's so big. What are you doing over there? You gotta show Pomni. But what? I don't need to see. We step out from behind the bookshelf. Jax holds out the book. Oh, where'd you find this? Between a book about vultures and a Scottish law book. What the? No, you know what? That might be the most sense this library has even made. She takes the book and skims the pages. That should be more than enough. She gives us both a relieved smile. You guys were really helpful. I can't help but smile back, even as Jax crosses his arms and gives us both an annoyed look. Thanks! I nod and smile as I tug Jax away before he can undo all the good we just earned. Helping others isn't so bad, huh, Jax? Speak for yourself! Next on the list is Ragatha. She's pacing the classroom manically. There's no way, no way at all. I can't get this all organized in time. Jax announces her presence. Hey, Raggy. Ragatha uses his reunited and... Ragatha sees us reunited and... You'd think she just saw the girl from The Exorcist the way she regards us. Come on, you two, haven't you done enough to our projects already? I throw my hands up in a defensive gesture. I promise we're here to help. Ragtag casts a glance our way, mostly Jax's way, that she dabs it. We're completely innocent. Why does he sound so unconvincing when he says that? Why are you saying it like that? I don't know. I elbow Jax's gut, which has him doubling over. I appreciate the thought, but I'm good, she says harshly, turning back to a clipboard. Come on, Ragatha, I have to do this as a part of my punishment from yesterday, or Kane is gonna punish me. We'll do whatever we can to help. She gives us a dubious look, but relents. Well, I mean, if you have to, and if Ken is going to punish you if you don't, I guess I can give you something to work on. How about... She looks around. Oh, how about you two work on the info store? Just putting it together? I have a few other things I need to do, so I can I trust you to do it? She motions to a series of wooden boards, staplers, and nails. Let me know if you need anything else, okay? She casts one last vaguely distrustful glance at us before departing. Damn alright. Jax rolls his eyes when the door shuts behind her. What's her problem? He grins at me. I respond by starting to see how this door is supposed to fit together, eyeing the best place to put the screws. Come on, you're really putting that thing together? I roll my eyes in response. The sooner I start, the sooner I'm done. Jax picks up a hammer and hefts it in his hand with a wicked grin. Oh, we could use this to break Gangle's mask. Jax. He rolls his eyes and gives an exaggerated sigh. I keep trying to fit pieces together, applying a liberal amount of staples and nails. Sometimes when I ask for a tool, Jax hands it to me, but he does as little as he can without ignoring me. So it's better than the no help at all I was expecting. I take a step back and look at my handiwork. It definitely looks like a stall. I test some of the supports. Seems steady. Looks like we're good here. You know what this could use? I sigh, already knowing the answer. A centipede? Just as he says it, Ragatha walks in. Her eyes go wide as at Jax's words. What, a centipede? Well, Shadow and I were... I elbow him again. Nothing, Jax and I are finished here though, if you think this is good. Jax mutters something rude at me while Ragatha inspects the store. Good job, you two. There's a hint of surprise in her voice. Thanks, Shadow. Then as an afterthought, and you too, Jax. She collects herself, beaming with gratitude. If you guys have more time, I have a lot more I could use help with. Sure, it's been fun, Ragatha. Catch you later. He grabs my wrist and pulls me out of the room before Ragatha can protest. Jeez. Alright, we're next on the stupid punishment quest. The art classroom. Jax rolls his eyes and as I lead the way. We slide the door to the art classroom open. Gangle and Zubo are scribbling away, pushing out any art they can finish. Half-finished sketches litter the floor, marked by a single errant line or scratched out for being too poor quality to be submitted for the culture fair. I call out to them. Hey Gangle, hey Zubo. Gangle ignores me, but Zubo looks up, turning to us with a sour expression. What do you two want? Jeez, why the cold shoulders, Zuby? Zubo's expression intensifies. What is it now? Didn't you two do enough yesterday? Look, Zubo, I'm really sorry about that yesterday. Is there anything at all we can do to make it up to you? Zubo eyes me, then Jax. I guess I can trust you, Shadow, but why is he here? They point at Jax. Are you seriously trying to tell me you're sorry, Jax? I didn't think you could feel sorry about anything. No, you're right, I'm not sorry, I'm just bored. Zubo's expression stays sour, but they turn to me, their gaze softening. Well, it's not up to me, it's up to Gangle. Maybe you can make things up to her. I turn to Gangle, who has stopped drawing to watch us intently. Gangle, I'm so sorry about yesterday. Can we help you with the art? Gangle thinks about it for a second. You promised you and Jax will mess things up again? Hey, I interrupt him before he can make things worse. I promise we won't. Jax just rolls his eyes, crossing his arms. Okay, I guess you guys can help. Can either of you even draw? I think about it for a few moments. I'm honestly pretty bad, but Jax is alright at it. Jax looks at me like I just sought him out for a talent of silver. Oh my god. What? And then when Mr. Kinger saw the sketches you were making in class, he thought so too. Zubul face palms. I can't believe I'm saying this, but here. They hand us a few large pieces of poster-sized paper. Do your best. We're trying to make as many posters as we can for the festival. Yeah, we need to get people excited for the culture festival. Try something like this. Gangle lifts up a poster of the entire class rendered in manga style. Big eyes, small mouths, the top reads Go Culture Festival. Love it. Love it. The proportions seem off. Ragtha definitely isn't that busty, but I think Kane wouldn't issue if Pomni's skirt was really that short. But I get the spirit of her art. Whoa, seriously? I hate that. Zubul glazed at him. We didn't ask for critique. Get to work, you two. I try to draw something, but I'm so nervous I end up just drawing a bunch of wiggly outlines, making no headway at all. Jax has already made impressive progress on something. Oh. This culture fair is sure to be killer. Oh my god. I love this shit. The image is Jax holding a hammer, Gangle's mask is shattered, and Zubul has been, disassembled. The title is This Culture Fair is sure to be killer. Zubul walks over to us to check our progress. So how are you two doing over here? I throw my arms over Jax's offensive drawing. Hey! Oh, it's going good. So good, but don't peek, no spoilers. No spoilers? Oh my god. I freaking love how this was written sometimes. Zubul raises an eyebrow but shrugs before returning to the corner Gangle is working on. What's wrong with my poster? Seriously? You thought it was funny when a truck was running over Ragtha? In class, Jax, this is something that everyone in school is gonna see. Jax grins. Good, they'll think it's funny too. I'm too distracted lecturing Jax to notice somebody sneaking up behind us. Oh. Her face falls as she looks at the drawing. See, Gangle knows what art is. Come on, give me your opinion. This is way too violent to put up at the culture festival, but... She trails off. But your style's pretty good, Jax. How long have you been practicing this cartoon style? What? I mean, you clearly know your way around a pencil. By now, Zubul has been alerted to something going on in our corner. Spying the drawing, they glare at Jax. Are you serious with this? They gesture to his art, then shrug. Gangle's right though. This is better than I was expecting from either of you. Gangle smiles despite herself. Have you been hiding your talents from us? Oh my god, the sparkly eyes. The sparkly eyes. My freaking cat. She's so cute, man. She's so cute. Now Jax shields the drawing with his body. No way! No way he can show you the regular body, bro. Alright, that's enough. You said it wouldn't work, so stop looking at it. If you join the art club, we could draw together more and... Something like real fear begins to sneak its way into Jax's expression. No. I'm not like you. I cut him off before he can destroy what little goodwill we managed to accumulate. Hey, we can just go to a different corner and keep working. Jax and I share the rest of the day trying to make possible art. I struggle to make something that looks good, and Jax struggles to draw anything that would be appropriate for Culture Festival. Despite our struggles, Gangle and Zuba look generally happy for what little help we can provide.
Thanks, Shadow.
Even if you two didn't do too much. Gangle cuts her off.
We really appreciate the effort.
Gangle manages to smile. Anytime. Looking back at all the good we did today feels like a weight lifted off my chest.
And Jax, we'll keep a seat open for you in art club.
Jax just shudders as we depart the art classroom. As we step out, the bell to dismiss class rings. When we're out of earshot of everyone, Jax sighs, sagging. That was exhausting. I don't know, that wasn't bad at all for me. You know, there's other ways to have fun than just making other people miserable. I grin smugly, stepping closer to him. Before either of us can make another move, Kane appears from thin air, hovering in front of us. That's an A+ job if I ever saw one, Shadow. You managed to make up for all your pranks this week, and then some. He notices my purple companion. And congratulations on roping Jax in to help you too. As a reward, I've cooked up a special vacation location for you two to visit. The air above us explodes in a spray of color confetti fluttering down like snow. I stick my tongue out. Blah. Candy confetti. It tastes like straight sugar as it melts on my tongue. Love it. Kane looks at me. Don't do that. Then he gestures to a 3D model of a mole he conjures from thin air in front of us. Behold, the amazing digital molescape. Let's go. Come check it out when you finish with homework, why don't you? He winks at us before disappearing, leaving as strangely as he first appeared. A new location? More? Lame. Why didn't we get to pick? Yeah, but I mean, I really was just completing my disciplinary action, so it's not like you usually get rewarded for doing that. Jax shrugs. Guess so. You wanna go? I'm always scared to ask. Jax rolls his eyes. Duh, anything that's a break from this boring old school. I'd probably visit a doctor's office if it meant getting out of here. I meant, do you want to go together? I'm good. I look up at him on the verge of tears. He scrambles to respond before I can start actually crying. Jeez, I'm kidding. Come on, how about we go tonight? But we have school tomorrow. Jeez, who are you, Ragatha? Oh my god. Alright, okay, we will go tonight then. I grin up at him, barely able to hide my excitement. Looking through my dorm, I realize I don't actually have anything to wear to the mall tonight while I spend time with Jax. You would have thought my parents would send me some of my clothes, but I'm starting to doubt whether they even remember me. Fair. As I reluctantly pull on a fresh uniform, I silently hope that there will be a clothes shop so I can pick out something new. I head out of my dorm with a sigh of resignation as I make my way to the mall, using the Wacky Maps app on my Wacky Watch. But so, how are we supposed to pay anything without money? We don't have money, right? Do we have an allowance? Make a left right here. There's only one voice, and try as I might, it can't be disabled. In fact, the voice set can't be dialed below max volume on the Wacky Watch. So you can't change the voice type, and it cannot be, you cannot lower the volume? Are you kidding me? Jeez. That must be annoying. The best I can manage is pressing apologetic hand over it as Principal Kane's muffled voice barks out directions from it. In a half mile, make it right. I'm relieved when I finally get there. The mall is large. It's a few stories tall with a big glass roof. Fucking love malls. They better have a gaming store. I spot some milkshakes, so I want some milkshakes. As I enter, I see a few glowing storefronts and some furniture is sent out in a sort of lounge area. I facepalm as I realize I've never asked Jax exactly where in the mall we should meet up. I tap my wacky watch. A message is from Jax. Just as I sit down on the bench to collect my thoughts, a familiar voice calls out to me. Yo, Shadow. What kind of outfit is that, boy? It's something similar with William, actually. Hey, Jax. He's already wearing a new set of clothes. He looks so cool. Nice fit, Jax. This? I just had this lying around. His words may be humble, but his confident posture betrays how much he liked the compliment. He casts a mildly disapproving glance my way. So why are you just wearing your school uniform? Blush. He tilts his head with a sardonic grin. Don't tell me you didn't have anything else. I nod. That's so lame. Can't believe Ken didn't even give you an alternate wardrobe. Well, you know, we're at a mall anyways. Can't we just go pick something up? His grin widens at my embarrassment before diffusing the tension by ruffling my hair. Sure thing. Where you wanna go, Shadow? Oh, save. Spicy subject, trendsetters. Her ladyship's enigma. What the fuck? Let's go trendsetters. Let's go go-getter mode. Anyway, Jax follows me as I walk up to the well-manicured storefront. Plain mannequins. Nothing like the mannequins the staff the school. Stand in the window wearing various pastels accompanied by khaki shorts and mini skirts. Pretty bland for a place called Trendsetters, but I wasn't expecting anything revolutionary like He-Man. I'm joking. Jax eyes the window dubiously before grinning wickedly at me. Pretty girly, huh? Didn't know you liked this sort of stuff, Shadow. I'll have you know, they have a pretty good selection. I half pouting as I look up at him. Jax follows me into the store, still grinning at me. We're greeted by a generic pop ballad as we enter the store. The store is well lit and smells vaguely of perfume as we browse the selections. The store is so big that it's hard to decide on any one outfit. Anything here speaking to you? I walk over to a polka dot top and a set of shorts. Polka dotted? Are you kidding me? Are you deliberately trying to make me look gay? Well, I sort of like these individually, but I don't think they go together. I go over to a frilly button-down shirt. Frills as well? Are you kidding me? No. I like this top too. No, you don't. There's so many choices. Jax looks at the impressive selection of different clothes I have folded over my arm. Jax pulls a pair of shorts from a nearby rack. I don't know. These might look good with that shirt. He points to a shirt I picked out near the beginning of my browsing. As I look at them, I definitely see the idea he's going for. Thanks, Jax. I put everything else down as I take Jax's picks to the register. There's a handful of charms at the register. I grab a couple. Yeah, it's so cute. I put a pair of charms on a low cord straps. One features a bunny and one other a cat. Why a cat? Look, Jax, what charms? Aren't they cute? Jax just chuckles. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, what's wrong with him? He rolls his eyes. Are those like for little kids? Around my eyes. Well, I like him. For a male playthrough, this is very girly. Holy shit. This is so cringe. When I check out, I make a show of buying the charms alongside my chosen outfit. Seriously? Charms are cool, you're lame for not liking them. I say, trying to mimic his sardonic tone. He rolls his eyes, but doesn't give me any more trouble. After I check out, I find the nearest changing room, changing into my new outfit with relative ease. What do you think, Jax? He's quiet for a moment before looking away. Is he blushing? You look fine. Fine, come on! You help me pick this out! I lean forward. Come on, let's just go get some food. He folds his arms, turning away. Okay. I say, exaggerating each syllable. He's pretty cute when he's flustered. When he's looking away, I take out the cat charm and hook it onto his wacky watch. Hey, what the? I didn't ask for this. He groans, wrinkling his face. I wiggle my wrist. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do, 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 wiggle, wiggle. No, I'm okay. Sorry. Showing him I already affixed the other charm to my own wacky watch. Now we match. Jax looks down at his charm. Again, shouldn't I get the bunny? He stops himself. Actually, you know what? I don't care. He says, but he doesn't remove the charm from his watch. Food? I nod, and I'm pretty sure he's still blushing as we make our way to the food court. We head to the food court. Various restaurants offering international cuisine advertise the offerings, filling the food court with a heady aroma. Heady aroma, what? What does that mean? Were you getting food? I spot Uncle Uriel's pretzel stand. My mouth is already watering. There. I say, pointing to the neon pretzel above the pretzel stand. I pick out an almond pretzel and Jax gets a cup full of pretzel dogs as we find an empty table. I take a big bite out of my pretzel as I look across the table at Jax. Sorry, it's kinda getting late. And I had quite an exhausting day. Sorry for yawning so much. He hasn't even touched his pretzel dogs yet. Having fun? I swallowed the big bite of pretzel before responding. Yeah, I am. Are you? I know we haven't pulled a prank or anything all day, but I just like spending time with you. Before I can demand a response, Jax stuffs a few pretzel dogs in his mouth, thinking a bit before responding. I guess I'm wondering why a mole. What? Kane can make like anything, I'm pretty sure. Why make a mole as the new location? I shrugged, taking a bite of my pretzel. Yeah, no, he said it was for us. Maybe it's supposed to be educational or something? Jax rolls his eyes. What's educational about a mole? It's just mindless. You walk around, you look at stuff, maybe buy something and walk out. But it's pretty much always something for everyone at the mall. I say, swallowing my bite out of pretzel. What are you into? Jax spends a moment thinking before grinning. Violence! Yeah, me too. Violence is the best. Alright. When could I find something like that at the mall? Got it. I grab his arm as I stuff the last of my pretzel in my mouth, dragging him into a dark part of the mall. Arcade! Yes, one of the best areas in existence. Freaking love arcades, bruv. Various multicolored lights flash from the game cabinets. The arcade! I look up at him grinning. Jax looks down with a skeptical grin. You really want to see me let loose in here? I nod. Mm-hmm. He cracks his knuckles. Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Prepare to get your butt handed to you at every game here. I smirk back. Oh yeah? I'd like to see you try. Well, did I get my butt handed to me? Find out next up. No, I'm joking. Yeah, alright. True to his word, Jax humbled me in every game he played. Holy shit. Even the kiddie game, Bring a Cake to the Picnic, he managed to outscore me 20-1. Jeez! How are you that good at video games? Jax just chuckles. I warned you, Shadow. He sighs, clearly happy with himself. I just had a lot of time to practice. I spent a lot of time as a kid loitering in arcades. That might be the first thing he told me about himself. I'm stunned for a moment that he's so open with me, but he noticed my expression and retreats back into himself, looking down at his Wacky watch. But whatever, it's late, let's go. I frown. Oh yeah, I guess so. You think they'll close soon? Probably. He shrugs. We head back together. When we get to my door, I pause a moment. Do things really have to end here? So, this is me. I chuckle nervously. I had a lot of fun today, Jax. I look up at him, looking for any reciprocity. What's this word? Reciprocity. Reciprocity. I have never heard of this word in my entire life. Whatever, skip. Nope, just stone-faced Jax stays in an awkward pause for a few moments. I think he's just going to ignore me and then... Shadow? His tone is severe. Yes, Jax? He turns his gaze from me. How do you know? How did I know what? How do you know where to look for me today? It was just a hunch, Jax. I mean, Before I can even keep talking, he closes the gap between us, his hand slamming to the frame of my door on either side of me, putting me in place as he leans on my face. What? What is your game, Shadow? Are you just obsessed with me or something? Why aren't you just treating me like everyone else? Why do you keep coming back after I treat you? He stops himself before continuing. I can make your life really difficult and painful. Oh, damn. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna save that shit. Do you want to hurt me or hurt me? What's gonna happen if I say hurt me? Hurt me, Jax? He shakes his head, laughing manically. What the heck is wrong with you? Everything. Absolutely everything is wrong with me, bro. His fist slams into the door behind me. He eventually relents, turning away from me again. Look, Shadow, people who try to get close to me, people who want to get close to me, they just end up getting hurt. He gives me a tired half smile. Just walk away, leave me alone. He turns away from me, leaving for his dorm. Jax! I call out to him from the balcony, but my words fall on deaf ears as he turns his key in his door. I'm going to be there tomorrow at the culture fair. He pulls the door open. I want to go with you. He slams the door behind himself without responding. Ugh. I stand in the empty dome hallway. Everything with Jax is just such a roller coaster. Even today, he was finally opening up to me. We picked out clothes, ate pretzels. When we get back to the domes, he just shut me out again. For every step forward I take, feels like Jax takes 3 steps back. I sigh as I unlock my door, frustrated. Is the fight for this relationship, whatever it ends up being, going to be one-sided the entire time? Does he even want to be part of this? Does he feel for me the way I feel for him? But today was fun. None of his immature outbursts will take that from me, no matter how much he pushes me away. Tomorrow will have to be the moment of truth, no matter what that means for me, for us. I close my eyes and settle into an uneasy sleep. Day 4. Complete. Okay. The day of the culture fair arrives. It's Milan. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while. I remember you. Not as Mr. Red, but as Milan. I do remember you. Has been a while though. How are you holding up? We're currently playing the Amazing Digital Dating Sim, like a fan-made game for the Amazing Digital Circus. Ever heard of it? Yeah, I see. We're currently focused on the Jax route. Yeah, I made a channel. Nice. How's it going so far? The day of the Culture Festival arrives. I slip on my uniform and stand in front of the mirror. The day's the day. I steer myself for the culture fair and seeing Jax again. In all my unease last night, I did a lot of thinking. I need to tell Jax how I feel. All this back and forth between us. Him pushing me away. Me pulling him back. It's too much for me to handle. Maybe I should just be honest with him. That way we can at least make progress. The school is abuzz. Gango and Zubo are at the assigned art stands, mingling with the students walking past and admiring the art. Despite the meat incident, they were able to pull off a half-decent art display. Pomni is giving some presentation on a stage in the auditorium, and I can even see Ragatha bustling about, making sure everything runs smoothly. I look around still, but no sign of Jax. Maybe he's really not going to show up today. Maybe he really meant what he said last night. My mind swirls with anxiety before suddenly it goes. Two gloved hands over my eyes from behind. Guess who? My heart jumps, my anxiety melts away at hearing his voice. Jax! He pulls his hands off my eyes, smirking at me coolly. Anime, the Messenger Circus. Yeah, pretty much. All school-based though. That's the main reason why I wanted to play this, because anime! Just 2D. I like the art style, it's really nice. Really well made. And I know they took it from the anime school section of episode 5. Heh, yeah. You're good. I can barely contain my excitement, pulling him into a hug. You came! Jax looks around and laughs awkwardly, patting my head. Yeah. I release him from the hug, but still look up to him, beaming. He scratches the back of his neck. Well, I couldn't let everyone else have all the fun. So what do we... Whoa! I grab Jax by his hand and excitedly pull him along behind me. Oh my god, there's a freaking picture of Jax in his maid outfit. Oh my god, no, please no. Oh, this one's cute. Is that supposed to be Naruto? Eating ramen? Oh my god. What's up, Soaps? By the way, I gotta go. Already? Well, thanks for dropping in, Milan. Hope to see you again soon. Sophie, everybody's asleep, man. Let's go back. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. Everyone's sleeping now, darling. Fine, you wanna go? Oh, it's okay. There you go. Love you, Pumpkin. Alright. What are those? Ooh. So, come to the culture fair. Food. Food, just food. Tiny versions of it. I would have loved to have some dango there, to be honest. Wish I could read what they wrote in Ragatha's picture there. Looks like an arrow. This way. Art club, art store. Festival and there's Ragatha, okay. Oh, there's a hand. A big hand. Lol. We stopped by the art booth. Gango is happily talking to customers as it looks like some of her orders selling. Yay! We approach the booth.
Shadow! And Jax?
She drags his name, her tone cautious but also seemingly confused. Hi Gangle, your art looks nice. I say, eyeing a picture of what looks like Jax in a maid dress. That's the first thing that came to mind when I looked at it. This is literally the first thing that stands out. Anyway. I may have to come back for that. Hey, is that? Jax points up to a familiar piece of art hanging on the back of the stall. That's the art you drew yesterday. I say, leaning over the counter to get a better look. Yeah, I didn't want to put it up, but Gangle insisted.
Art is meant to disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed.
She says, raising her ribbon.
I think that's the job.
We put up some of Shadow stuff too. They gesture to a wall with some of my art pinned up. We appreciated you guys coming back and helping us catch up. It was the least we can do. Oh, Zuby, my heart is melting. Jax puts his hand over his heart dramatically. Zubul rolls their eyes before turning away. I was mostly talking to Shadow. They turn back, looking directly at Jax. But you know, you're pretty adorable when you're not trying to ruin everyone's fun. You should draw them more often. With that, Zubul turns away and returns to their stall.
Were you guys gonna buy something? There's a line forming.
Oh, sorry. Oh, the stage? Jax and I head further into the festival, passing by the auditorium as Pomni is coming down from the stage. Hey, Shadow, Jax. We both stop as Pomni runs up to us. I'm glad to see you both made it. Hey, Pomni, what were you doing on the stage? Oh, I guess Kane wanted me to do a presentation on culture festivals. Thank God you guys found that book for me yesterday, or else I would have been standing up there telling jokes or something. What's wrong with the joke? Jokes are fire. Especially pun jokes. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I agree. Jax smirks dryly. Maybe, but still. Pomni looks around and back at us with a neutral smile. I guess despite the meat mania, it all came together nicely. We really couldn't have pulled it all off without you guys either. You need to make a pretty good team. I can't help but blush at Pomni's words. If only you used your powers for good more often. She giggles. Anyway, what are you guys up to for the rest of the day? I look at Jax, who in turn looks at me. I really want to see what Kane whipped up for the food stalls. I guess we're getting some grub. Jax surprises me, this time taking my hand in his. It's my turn to drag you around, he says, suddenly gripping my hand and pulling me off towards the direction of the food stalls. I quickly wave goodbye to Pomni. See ya, Pomni! As Jax pulls me off to the food stands, I laugh. You're gonna pull my arm off, slow down. He laughs. How do you think I felt? Oof. Not looking where we're going, we accidentally run into... Jax? Shadow!
Glad you guys could make it.
She says with the fakest smile she can muster. Jeez.
You're not here to cause trouble, I hope.
She says, wringing her hands. We were just heading to the fruit stands, nothing malicious, I promise. I say, trying to plead our innocence.
Alright, well, I have to say I'm pretty surprised at how much you've actually been helping everyone out here. It's a nice change of pace, I should admit. Even that stand you guys built for me was pretty sturdy. I really thought you'd leave a screw loose or something.
She laughs nervously. Oh yeah, I love... Oh yeah, of little faith. Jax smiles sardonically back. Ragatha looks at me and Jax before noticing her hands still clasped together. She smiles warmly.
Well, I won't keep you guys. Go enjoy the festival.
You're letting us off just like that?
I have a feeling you'll stay out of trouble.
She says, looking directly at me.
Oh, and Jax, it's nice to have you back.
With that, she leaves us. Jax looks over at me. She can be so weird sometimes. I laugh. We make it to the food stalls. Everything looks and smells amazing. We eventually settle on a stand selling pretzel dogs. Pretzel dogs? What the fuck? Which I don't know was part of the culture fair, but I do love me some pretzel dogs. Never had one. We grab a few snacks and find a good spot to eat, somewhat secluded by a tree. Really getting late now, huh? As we sit down and finally have a moment to ourselves, my stomach suddenly twists with anxiety. I had to tell Jax how I felt about him. I'm really happy you came to the festival. For a moment there, I thought you weren't going to show. Of course I was going to show. We did all that work yesterday. It'd be kind of pointless if I didn't see it through, right? Yeah, true. As Jax lifts his sandwich to his mouth, I notice the charm dangling from his watch. Hey, you're still wearing the charm! I say, lifting my charm as well. Huh? Oh, I guess I forgot it was there. Oh. I said there was an awkward pause between us before Jax sees my downcast expression. I'm kidding, I don't know, I didn't want to take it off. So you like it? I ask, I hope creeping into my voice. That's a stretch, but sure, if you want to think of it that way. He grins down at me. Jax. I should just get it off my chest, right? I actually wanted to talk to you about something. Jax turns to me, tilting his head curious. Suddenly I feel warm and clammy. Well, I don't know how to say this, but my mind races with a million things to say. But ultimately, I decide direct is best. Okay, I'll just say it. Jax is looking at me like I'm crazy at this point. Which we technically are. Jax, I like you. I like you. And I like you a lot. Like, a whole lot. Not like too much though. Not in a creepy way or a clingy way. Just a normal amount of liking someone, but still in a romantic way. I just think you're cool and funny, and I think about you a lot. I mean, a lot. A lot, not too much. Jesus, is it warm out here or what? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I had to put this into the game. Oh, shit, man. Well, ladies, for all the Jax Sims, there you have it. Screenshot all you want, ladies. This is what you wanted, right? Okay. Jax suddenly grabs my chin and pulls me in for a kiss. Oh my god. Completely making my mind go blank and my heart pounds. We stay in the kiss for a moment before he relents. My face burns brightly as I can barely think about anything. What? Oh, huh? Jax laughs, though his face is flushed as well. Sorry, I just wanted to see how you react. Speechless, huh? Are you playing with me again? Yes and no. My mind is spinning. Jax laughs again. Sorry, Shani, you're just so cute when you're flustered. I just poured my heart out to this fool, and he wants to play games. Two can play at that. I reach up and pull him into a kiss. This time deeper than the last. For fuck's sakes. His body tenses up against mine, but then relaxes as he melts into it. As we break away from each other, his face is bright red. Shadow? Now who's cute when they're flustered? Wait, let me reread that. Now who's cute when they're flustered? Jax looks away, blushing a deep purple. Alright, you win! I like you too. My heart skips a beat at hearing his words, and unable to contain myself, I pull him into another kiss. this time falling over on him. Oh shit. What the heck? The person writing this is mad. Holy shit. I knew you liked me. I knew it. Jax is a blushing mess underneath me. Okay, but not so loud. I still have a reputation to uphold, you know. Does this mean I can call him my boyfriend now? I guess so. He rubs the back of his neck, looking away, but my mind and heart are aflame with excitement. I finally got him to say it. Hey, two, are you... Zubul comes from around the tree to see us in a compromising position. Oh, am I interrupting something? They say, not sounding like they care much if they are, but trying to be polite all the same. Zubul! Jack shouts in frustration. Zubul, Jax just said yes to being my boyfriend. I hug him tightly. Jax's face continues to burn. He really is cute when he's flustered. I mean, well... Zubul's eyes widen. No fucking way. Zubul turns to me. Chad, are you sure you want... They pause to find the words gesturing in Jax's general direction. Jax is a partner? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Zubul throws up their hands defensively. Nothing, I'm happy for you guys. They scratch the back of their neck awkwardly. Are you two coming to the fireworks display tonight? Ragnar asked me to get a head count. Fireworks? That sounds fun. Count us in! Zubul nods and leaves us. Did you hear that? Zubul is happy for us. My lips curl into a grin as I tease him. I'm so going to get you back for that, he says, his hand cupping the side of my face. Now where were we? He paused me. They're overusing this now. They're really overusing this now. He pulls me into another kiss. We stay under the tree for a little while longer before going to the fireworks show. Despite all the ups and downs, it was worth it to get there. Jax and I may still have ways to go, but I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. We eventually part ways and return to our dorms. I walk to my room, still giddy from the day's earlier events. I pull a yukata from my clothing rack and start to get changed. Wait. Was there always a yukata there? It's colors I hate. Oh my god. I can literally see that the protagonist was basically written against me. Anyway. A peer note on it. One of the good things they wrote was the arcade, though. I must say, I do like that we went to the arcade, and the pranks. The pranks part were also very funny. All right, appear at a note on it. It's a gift from Kane. Congratulations, Shadow, on getting close to the prickly pear cactus that is our Jax. It's come to my attention that you were even invited to the fireworks festival. Very impressive indeed. Well, you can't just show up in your stuffy old school uniform, so I decided to give you yukata for tonight's little outing. Just him just smoking bubbles at the ocean. Okay. Have fun with it. I shrug. I pull my yukata. Pull on? Not put on? Bruv. I pull on my yukata on and wait for Jax outside my dorm. When he sees me, he smirks. That looks like a yukata I would wear. The only yukata I would actually wear. Well, Shadow, really got yourself all dolled up for some dumb fireworks just to show off for me? I should be flattered. I smirk back. Yeah, you should. I say, putting my hand on my hip. Jack shakes his head. Well, come on, let's go to the school since you want to tell everyone I'm your boyfriend so badly. We walk hand in hand to the school entrance. Before we enter, Jack stops me. So I just got one question before we go up there, Shadow. I pause. Why me? I pondered that a moment, putting a finger to my chin while I really think of the answer. I mean, I got you in trouble, bailed on you, didn't really do anything for the culture festival. Why do you care? The answer finally comes to me. Because you're you. Jax looks confused. I guess I don't know. I could tell there was someone genuine underneath it all. At my old school, I was a loner and I would just ditch anyone who tried to spend time with me or make fun of them. But it was a really lonely way to be. When I came here, I told myself things were gonna be different. And I guess I just saw you and you reminded me of how I used to be. And that reminded me how much I just wanted someone to talk to and confide in and spend time with. Sorry if that's cheesy or whatever. Jax has been silent next to me for a while, but he finally meets my gaze. Nah. He rolls his eyes. I mean, I'm a loner because I'm a cool guy, and you were probably a loner because you were an awkward loser. Bruv. I roll my eyes at his obvious joke and he smirks down at me. But having you around does make things less lonely. So let's go up there and make everyone else jealous with how cool I made you. Bruv. We do just that. Every once in a while we shake hands, and while the others give us a wide berth, there's a sense of peace, or at least truce, that settles over the group. As the fireworks go off above us to the O's and R's of our class, I realize something. I may have changed Jax some, but he also changed me. With time, more and more of my memories returned. We still haven't found a way out of the school yet or back to our lives before, but as long as I have Jax by my side, it'll be alright. Finished. Okay, that is the Jax route, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed my reactions to this part. And yes, I see myself as Jax, not as the protagonist of this game. I played it for the fangirls, fanboys of Jax, and also because Jax is the best character, obviously. I shall save it on the first thing. Okay. And for the next run, we'll be going with my crush Gangle and see how that goes. We'll do that in the next live stream. I'm getting tired. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time, little cupcake.